So I was on the PTR testing something with Slenderman, and we kind of just stumbled upon a huge change for Mythic Plus regarding battle rezzes. So, if you didn't know, PTR right now is 7.3.5. Not a whole lot's actually changed on it yet. But currently on live servers, if you're doing a Mythic Plus and you bring like 2 druids, a DK, and a warlock, that's 4 battle rezzes. They all have a 10-minute cooldown, and they're all individual, so they can all use it separate from each other and all that, which is definitely different from raiding. Raiding has a shared cooldown on the battle rezzes, and it kind of comes up over time, over the fight. You can use it. Whoever uses it, it goes on cooldown for everyone. So Mythic Plus has kind of changed to be more like that. So let me just show you my warlock here. You can find the keystone. There it is. So it's no longer individual. This is actually a huge change for Mythic Plus. It is now shared between everyone. It starts with 1 charge. It's an 18-minute cooldown, and its max charge is 5. So basically, you're starting out the dungeon with 1 res for 18 minutes, and then you get another res for 18 minutes, and then you get another res for 18 minutes, or if you don't use any for the first 18 minutes, you have 2. But this seems like a huge nerf to battle rezzes, like huge nerf. Like, I would expect more like a shared 10-minute cooldown or something to avoid stacking them, but 18 minutes is massive. If you want a timer, like majority of dungeons, you have maximum of 3 rezzes, mostly 2. Which I'm not even sure there are any that are 3. Actually, no, there isn't. So you have a maximum of 2 rezzes. No, wait, 3, because it starts with 1 up. Never mind. You have a maximum of 3 rezzes per dungeon, and not even like a Maw of Souls, you only have 2 type of thing. So this is pretty big. I'm not really sure I agree with their cooldown decision here with the 18-minute cooldown. That seems kind of harsh, but I definitely like the direction this is going. So I'm going to go ahead and test helping Soulstone before starting the dungeon and then dying and see if you can res with it, and then use another Soulstone without it going on cooldown. So we're going to go ahead and try that now. Let them reset. And you cannot. It actually does go on cooldown. I gotta get out of here. Oh god. If you die, you can't release on PTR right now. Don't really want to ruin the whole experience. Like, okay. Only in dungeons, though. You can release outside. But to confirm a couple things, you can Soulstone before the dungeon starts, but using it will put it on cooldown, which makes me wonder if you can Soulstone before the dungeon starts and then Soulstone someone else after, but I don't actually have someone else with me to test that right now. I assume no. Like, I imagine if you were to put Soulstones on 2 people and 1 person took it, it would probably give them a res timer or something. Like, you can take this in X seconds or whatever. But a couple of the things you can reincarnate. It does not count towards this timer. Same thing with the reincarnate totem from Resto Shaman, so that could be something that could be really powerful if used to do some of the cheesing stuff that people use battle rezzes for, like last boss of 5 Ajar or something. You could bring a battle res totem instead and have a 5-minute cooldown battle res instead of an 18-minute cooldown battle res. Could be pretty nice to have. So out of the people I've talked to, we have some very mixed opinions on this change. My personal opinion is that it's a good change, but the cooldown is too long. Like, I don't like the idea of stacking battle rezzes and stuff, though there's also the argument that you aren't actually stacking battle rezzes because of battle rezzes. You might be stacking them just because those classes are already very powerful in Mythic Plus. But I definitely think the battle rezzes are a significant part of why you would bring like a Boomkin, Death Knight tank, and whatever else, like a Warlock and stuff. Like, they're definitely good alone, but with the battle rezzes it makes it even better. So I do like this change in general, just to avoid the constant covering up of mistakes that you get just by having the battle rezzes. It's extremely forgiving to have like 3 or 4 battle rezzes on your team, unless you get like instant wipe by explosive orb or something. But I definitely think the 18-minute cooldown is kind of steep. And to confirm one other thing, we did test it in multiple dungeons. It does not go down or up depending on the timer of the dungeon, which it probably should. Like, imagine if it was a 10-minute cooldown in Maw and like a 15-minute cooldown in Archway or something. I don't know. That could be interesting. Maybe it should just be 10 minutes or something. But I definitely do want to see them address some other issues in Mythic Plus, but this is definitely a good start. Mostly just to remove Shroud of Concealment. But this, to me, this is a good change. Some people may not agree. Hopefully they don't keep the cooldown at 18 minutes, but I just wanted to make a quick video on this because I noticed this, and it wasn't even on like any patch notes or anything. It hasn't even been data mined or anything. I don't actually, and just, as far as I'm aware, it hasn't been data mined. It might change by the time I upload this video, but I found this on Thursday night to document it. Anyways, guys, that's all I got for now, so let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. Do you think it's a good change? Do you think they should lower the cooldown, increase the cooldown, make it scale the dungeons, and whatever else? Curious what everyone thinks. That's all I got, but if anything changes, I will definitely let you guys know. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.